What is going on, everyone? It's OxxyOG, and today we're running a 15 Halls of Atonement. And actually, this is from
Five,
like last week, but I'm
4,
715 item
3,
level, running Astral
2,
Antenna and
1.
Pacemaker. We're running Slayer here. And what was once probably the most difficult dungeon for me in Pugs has become a lot simpler after the changes. They removed some of the obliterators that cast the bolts that can, one-shot people during the Shards Thrash. This pool is still a little scary, but it isn't nearly as bad as it was. Making sure that you don't get hit by the circles on the ground, use defensives when you need them, try to reflect casts that are on you is all really important, and definitely helping with kicks. If you bring a DK on this dungeon, you're going to have like a 10 times easier experience than if you didn't. So I'm a huge advocate for bringing a Frost DK to halls because the grips are helpful for the Houndmasters that jump out, and also just for extra interrupts on all the different casters. I also like to bring a Shaman for this because they have such a low cooldown kick, so they can help, and then I just fill wherever it feels needed. But I get really nervous in this first pool because I know I need to focus the Shard, but I also need to get kicks, and I'm trying to stay in range and move around and all these different things, and it gets hectic. But after this first pool, the rest of the dungeon feels pretty good. So I'll just talk about a couple of different things throughout it. There's a lot of big packs throughout this first area. So for Fury, you want to make sure that you definitely have a Blade Storm to start at the top of each pack. And that's consistent for each dungeon, of course, but it's such large packs that it's very much so a necessity, especially in this dungeon, because you're going to see massive damage differences based on if you're Blade Storming at the start versus if you aren't. So make sure that you're having a Blade Storm for each pack to the best of your ability. For the kick priority, it's tough. If you have a DK, I would say the Hounds Masters can be mostly handled by them. As far as gripping them in, getting their kicks, let a range kick handle them because a lot of times they're out of melee. And then I like to focus on the obliterator kicks most of the time. The time that you're in the most danger, at least in this key level, in 18s I'm sure it's one shot, but no matter what, or close to it. But when you're doing a shard pack and the shard is doing the thrash on the ground, doing the AoE like pulsing damage, that is when people are at most risk of getting like comboed down by an obliterator. So if there's a time where it's most important to watch for a cast that you need to get a kick on, it is that time. So just be aware. Try to save your teammates. Use Shockwave effectively. Try not to get CC reduction where people can't be stunned. Like, don't overlap and things like that. For the first boss, Halkias, really not all that bad. Try to always position where you're tucking your pools back in where the old pools were so you don't take too much of the space up. And I would also make sure that if the boss gets to a certain percent and you get cooldowns back, just make sure that you're going to have them for after the boss, because the first pack of the courtyard up the steps after the first boss is typically where people are lusting, not on the first boss. So you want to have cooldowns for that, and you very importantly want to have Blade Storm, or else you're going to notice a massive difference in your damage, basically what you could have. And I'm at fault of messing that up pretty often. So just make sure that you get your Blade Storm timings down. Remember that your marked for execution procs are technically RNG, so you might think you get it back, but you might not get good MFE procs where you can farm it back quick enough, and you don't want to be left without a Blade Storm, especially in that pack. In the courtyard up the steps, they reduced the mob density by quite a bit, which is really nice in their recent nerfs. So what that means is kind of, well, the way that most people are running it, you do your lust pack, you go left, and you kind of clear along that wall, and then you just run up the steps with the gargoyles. And it's really straightforward. For Echelon, the second boss, you just want to... couple things with this one. So we had a great healer this time, and they did a fantastic job. But with those little imps that come out, the casters on the second boss, it's great to Blade Storm everyone, but you have a lot of really good split damage there that is going to kill all of them very fast. So with that said, you have to be careful because when they die, they do like an explosion damage, and if they all die at once and your healer isn't ready for it, you guys can just drop. So being aware of that with your own defenses, you can't make other people use defenses, but you can at least be aware of keeping yourself alive. If you need a defensive, use it. Besides that, there isn't a lot of places that you're going to need one, at least in this key level, so it's really just the imps blowing up, the jump slam from the boss. It's not going to kill you, it just knocks you away. So it's not like you're going to need enrage regen for that. You just want to make sure that you're not dying to that explosion damage from the imps. That's something that I've seen happen quite a bit. And then after that, you're going to go to the third boss, so High Educator Aleez. And this one, the only tough, like quote-unquote tough part about this boss, it's a pretty straightforward boss, but it's really just you pull the 4 adds that are down at the area right before the boss, you pull them up into the boss fight, and it can get a little hectic there, so make sure you're watching your feet, make sure you're not stacking on people, like pre-spread, make sure you're not standing on any of your teammates, because if like 2 of you get the AoE circle that just does pulsing damage, and it doesn't get taken off of you quick enough, it can almost one-shot you or someone else, along with like if a kick doesn't get gotten for one of the mobs that are pulled in. After that, hopefully the tank just tanks the boss on one of the canisters, and you can just keep uptime on the boss and just have the ghosts that spawn just go right to the canister. So that's best case scenario. After that, you tend to lust the Cathedral, which is the mini boss with all of the ghosts in the pews. So this one, I love this part because it's like the Cathedral, because it's so much good AoE damage for Fury, but you do really need to focus on like your prio damage. So I think that sudden death procs and stuff are very important on this, because at the end of the day, like, yeah, it's cool to pad damage, but the guy's gotta die. Like, if he gets too many of the dark attunements off, he heals like crazy, and so you want to make sure that you are using your sudden deaths, because they proc Slayer Strikes, which is a big AoE, or a big single target hit to the person that you use it on, and of course it gives you back your Blade Storm as well. You also want to make sure that you are Blade Storming the adds that are coming up and joining him when he attunes. It's Lust. I wouldn't recommend holding your Blade Storm for the first time that they come up, because you're gonna farm it back so fast. Like, I use it on the opener typically right away in the Cathedral before the adds even come up. I'll be able to cleave some depending where the tank is like positioning him, but you don't need to wait for everything to group up to do it, because you'll farm that Blade Storm back so fast because you're lusting it. And then for the last boss, it's not too bad. Just make sure that you're using your spell reflect. You can reflect one of the pulses of the beam when he does the Lord Chamberlain does the intermission, where the 4 beams go out and like a cross. You can spell reflect one of them. Healers should have CDs for it. It's really not that hard of a fight. Just watch the arrows. Make sure you don't get hit. But overall, I like this dungeon a lot. The damage feels good. It kind of just depends on the tempo of your tank, but with the changes, it's gotten a whole lot easier. So that's fantastic, and I love it. So hope y'all enjoy the run. I appreciate y'all for all the support. I will keep working on videos. I've been, when I have time, trying to get into like some 16s or even work towards 17s, but I haven't had much time to play. So just working through some of my previous runs that I wanted to put up. So I will see y'all around. Like, comment, subscribe for more content, and I will be back with another video soon. Thanks for watching, and enjoy. Peace.
I must deal with you myself. Be gone, rabble! You are beneath my contempt! Pitiful wretches! I am losing my patience! I am losing my patience! Behold the might of the Benpair! Out of my way! Out of my way! The anima overflows! Out of my way! Behold the might of the Benpair! You are beneath my contempt! Out of my way! Behold the might of the Benpair! I have anima to spare! You are beneath my contempt! Behold the might of the Benpair! Out of my way! I am losing my patience! Pitiful wretches! I am losing my patience! You are beneath my contempt!
It's a great day to visit a dungeon.